All right, so Thursday email time. Hello, Micah. I wanted to say that soft because he said I'm too loud last time. We want to say this is a Thursday email, so I gotta first start. I gotta secondly start off saying hi, Riley. Hey, Avery. Hey, Elizabeth. Brooklyn, if you're there, right? Probably at work. I tried to go to BJ's the other day to eat dinner there, but the family voted on, where did we go instead? Man, I can't even remember where we went instead. Oh, Bandanas. I eat there every Thursday. So, real quick, we are doing cookies this weekend. After the service, after every service, we're going to have a community event with cookies. I don't know if you guys knew, but caught me by surprise. We were talking about it in a meeting yesterday, and they said, yeah, Fenton's doing cookies. Fenton and Grants Trail doing cookies. I don't remember what. Oh yeah, the Chesterfield is doing ice cream again. So that's weird, right? Mid Rivers, I don't remember what they were doing. But so there's a funeral here on Monday. You guys know about it. I just saw the email, so I won't talk about that. Not this weekend, but the next weekend is when the people put their little pieces of wood up for the grace wall. It will not affect us at all because it'll all be done during the time of service, with the only possibility that there may be some people that after the service is over are still putting their piece up, and they may have children. So we just got to be flexible about that. Let's include the grace wall in our team time this weekend, and just so people will be aware of that. Let me know when you get this email who's doing team time and what we're doing. We didn't have a Monday meeting, so Molly will probably know that. And also our Leadership U, I'm going to make a video that I'm going to put on our Facebook page, but if we can continue to email that about Leadership U coming along. It's a lot different now. I will forward you the email if you don't have it with the guidelines. Yeah, so people like Mary Guloff need to go to this thing, this new Leadership U. Let's see here. Yeah, let me know when we're going to get that thing with John going with the gift certificates. I think that was a brilliant idea to get 3 gift certificates from Walmart and give them over time. I think that's a really great idea. And then one more thing as far as this goes, our child dedication classes are coming up, and we're not done with the script yet. So I know that's difficult. It's probably scary for some of y'all. I don't know how much involvement y'all want to be in on it, but the script isn't written yet. We are still working on the script for our training coming up, and that's like a week away for Grants Trail, but still finalizing some of that stuff. I know it drives you crazy, drives me crazy too, so you're not alone. Very important what I'm going to say next. Monday is going to be kind of a different day for us, all right? It wasn't planned out that way. It just has to be. Monday, I'm going to need a lot of your time. And I know Betsy and I were just in this room. She was telling me about the stage and all that, but this is going to have priority. I'm going to make it as fast as I can, but we're not only going to have our regular Monday meeting, but I'm going to have to meet with each of you individually for about 45 minutes. And it's going to be a tough meeting, a tough individual meeting. I'm going to need your complete honesty. I'm going to need you to probably say things that you normally wouldn't say, and we're going to talk about some topics that are going to be very difficult for you to hear and for you to talk about. Okay, so just be prepared for that. I don't want to give you any details, and I'm not trying to scare you. I just want you guys to be aware that Monday is going to be different. There's no ands, ifs, or but. It's going to happen. I realize that you have a lot of stuff to do on the stage, but this takes precedence But like I said, I'm going to try to get it done as fast as I can. Okay. I just need your complete cooperation. There's no other way to put it except that it's going to be a very serious time for all of us. Okay. So in saying that, we on Monday, I'm going to talk about our emergency plan. I have a plan called the Emergency Response Plan. I'll give you a synopsis of it. I was able to share it with Molly on Monday because she was here. You know, I'm not trying to hide anything from y'all, but so what we're gonna do, just real quick, within 5 minutes of the door opening, if we only have, like, let's say the 3-5 room only has 2 volunteers and we're waiting on 2 to show up, within 5 minutes, if those volunteers don't show up, one of us on staff is going to go into the room and we will be responsible for the security and the safety of all the kids that are going to come in that room. We are going to put in at least 30 kids into the room. We're going to have a different. They're gonna go to worship. They're gonna have their large group time, but the small group time they're gonna stay in the large group, and we're gonna have a sort of small group time within the large group. Okay. I know that that kind of breaks our ratios or whatever, but we cannot turn away 21 kids again. If that ever happens again, they're gonna fire me on the spot. Okay, so I'd rather avoid something like that. I got bills to pay, but I've already talked to Jeff about it, and hopefully that'll never happen again. It was an anomaly. It has not happened. The last time this happened was the second week of April. We turned away 15 kids within 4 different rooms, so they didn't all come from the same room. Very rare that something like that would happen. But if it happens again, we're going to implement this emergency response plan. It'll be initiated from Marissa. Marissa will initiate it. She'll keep an eye on the class. We'll let in as many as 30, keeping the temperature on the room to make sure that we don't have some crazy stuff that we may have to limit it to 25 or whatever. But the staff member in that room will be in charge of the safety of the room. Okay, so in case somebody comes by and goes, man, the ratios are crazy, no, the staff member is in charge of this room, will not leave the room at any time. Okay, that's going to be our emergency response. I talked with Jeff at length about it. I asked him many questions, he asked me many questions. It's just something that we're going to have to do as we're recruiting. Just real quick before I go, Chris was in a meeting with a lot of the lead team people, and in that meeting he asked them how many people he recruited this year, and the number was 54. And then they asked them how many people left, and the number was 51. So in a whole year they recruited 3 people. We've recruited a little bit over 45. We lost 30. And we've also lost volunteers through parents getting sick and pregnancies and things like that. So we probably are in the negative number right now. Don't let that get you down. That's very dispiriting sometimes, but that's ministry. That's how it goes. We just have to, we have to always step up recruiting, which we always do. And hopefully the tide is turning, that the entire church realizes that we all need to put our heads together and figure out what works for this church, not just this campus. Everybody is suffering from volunteers, not just us. There's no coffee people for the next 2 weekends. They're suffering. Yesterday on Wednesday, there was a girls group in the green room that had about 20 to 25 kids with 1 volunteer. If that building back in the back would catch on fire, I think it would be really hard for one person to control 25 screaming kids and getting them out of that room safely. So don't get discouraged about our lack of volunteers, because I feel like it's a crossing problem, okay? Not just fitting kids problem, all right? So Love you guys, and talk to you soon. Please email or call me with any questions. All right, bye-bye.